All right, folks, we are back. Last match of the night, last map of the night. Winner is going to play Mouse Sports tomorrow. Loser's going to sit and watch. Last map, cash.
Hopefully they get a good crack at it, and we'll be there praying for it to end rich.
So thoughts on cash?
It's pretty good, actually.
Not a bad map.
It's the only reason I'm
don't
here
wear
right
these
now.
events
The only
for free.
reason I'm here right
I
now
gotta
is
like it.
cash, mate. I can tell you that much.
So you
no,
hate it right now?
Honestly,
I think Dignitas is going to get this.
yeah, I mean, you know how it's like one of those foretold things where it's like they had the opportunity there to put them to bed. They should have been able to knock them out. Now it's like the Rocky story.
That drains you a bit, I think.
It's the Rocky
Which
Four,
one?
you know?
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Which one?
He's like, still, I cannot break him. It's like that, right? Like they should have absolutely wrecked him, and now Rocky's going to come back and Drago them. And unfortunately, in this instance, Dignitas is the Italian stallion. So, but who knows? I mean, like Cash is always been a good map to NA teams. I'm sure these players individually have a lot of practice on it. Again, as you can see, these two teams aren't a million miles apart in terms of just individual ability. So who knows? Who knows?
So you're keeping your prediction. Are you changing your prediction by chance? Are you North American for a little while?
No, I still think Dignitas is just going to shade it, sadly, but it'll be close, and Conquest can hold their heads up high no matter how it goes down.
All right, the map is cash. One last time, Helium and Launders, take it away.
Shiny face!
Thank you for that. We're going into cash.
Oh,
the map at this land. Both these teams actually banned it. I mean, you're going up against Liquid. It's a good map for them. Both of them played VP as well. Good map for them. So they've both banned it once. I'm sure they're still prepared to play it. I mean, Conquest and NA team. Dusty and Cash has seen a lot here in the scene. And Dignitas, I'm sure, is no stranger as well. We're getting the weirdest noises in our headsets. I don't know what's going on, but
here we are about to start.
Here we are in the pistol.
We're in it for a good time, not a long time, right?
Exactly. So, all armor across for Dignitas.
That means no kits, right? And that actually is curious to me. I wonder if that means that they're going to be playing. No, it looks like an aggressive A setup in it, and a mid split to come out. So this is a great answer from Dignitas to the setup.
Oh, there's Kirby with the first kill. Daps has made his way up highway pretty far. MSL going to get pinned here at the fork. Stan takes him down. AZ just playing in the site with that USP. Can actually convert that kill. Look at Stan getting two. Daps with one. It's up to Pimp and Tensky right now. Now just Pimp in a 1 versus 4. He goes down to Shazam. Conquest, when it comes to the pistol rounds, are almost unstoppable. They've only dropped to 1 so far this series, of which they corresponded 1 in the next round anyways.
Typically, there's two or three ways that you can play a CT pistol round. That's a couple people pushing B, retake on A, have a kid and a Molotov for the plant. Instead, they played a 3A setup with 2 on rotate. Conquest ran right into it, head first into it with just a Z smoke, and managed to trade out so effectively. AZ missed an important frag on the site. That could have been the round, but at the same time, so many players rely for Conquest at the end of it. I'm not even sure exactly where that butterfly effect could have been stopped.
Well, Pimp was trying to get a kill around that smoke that didn't quite make it up onto the Z connector. Oh, Daps hitting the invisible corners. Might have actually just chucked that one off the wall straight up. Here's Kirby on top of the Shroud box. 2 big kills here with that CZ. The CZ has certainly been a thorn in the side of Conquest. MSL with a massive performance with it on train, but Rush and Shazam trying to bring it back, but then there's Pimp with the P250 into the 2-on-2. The weapon advantage certainly here for Conquest, and they're moving over to that B site with the bomb. Should be able to get it down. It's just going to be Pimp here first. It'll take a little bit longer for Kirby to show up, but he has picked up a UMP.
Yeah. Oh. Dying early. That's a bit of a problem. You know, you don't want to let the bomb go down. I mean, you got to take a risk. He also had no armor and wanted to stop the plant. I mean, that was his primary objective. But Kirby now on the rotate just doesn't have a lot of time, health, no kit. I mean, it's odd stacks against him here, and he might make the decision to save at some point, but he can also make it expensive.
Yeah, it seems like they've spotted him now, unless there was just some random pitter-patter of bullets at the wall. And yeah, there it is, Kirby.
Yep.
He's got a CZ, a UMP. He can drop that CZ to someone in the next round, or use it himself, throw the UMP. So he's
that was some really sick shooting from him on the boost there. Getting that first frag, dropping off into A main, and getting the second one with the last of the bullets. Coming away with the UMP. It's definitely a big win for both teams here. Planting that bomb is going to bolster the economy of Conquest, but having 2 alive means that it's going to cost him a lot of money. So,
and let's see, he's already yep, okay. AZ is going to go ahead and take the CZ. Kirby himself will stay on with the ump, looking at Conquest by now. SMG, Tech 9, and 3 rifles.
And here, Kirby, the only one with armor. Dignitas certainly eating the loss right now.
He's going in first here. He's got a lot of support behind him. And they don't actually go for the push. That flash will stop them in their tracks.
This is a B split out the gate, but they've spotted a couple of players. I mean, will they cancel?
Yeah, Kirby's in a very dangerous spot right now, but he will be checked. Naf going through the vents first. That's the one thing Kirby really didn't want to happen. He did almost find that frag, though. And MSL falling on the site. Stan with another kill. That submachine gun. Just 3 players up now for Dignitas. The bomb's still not going down. The bomb's actually in the mid room right now, sliding over to A and then turning right back around. So maybe a little indecision there, but they feel now that the site is clear. They've got Shazam into a lurk spot. AZ fighting that aim punch.
Wow.
Lands
like
that kill on
beast.
Shazam. Yeah, that was a manly play right there.
4v3, and they're just going to try to make it expensive, as we've mentioned so many times. But Conquest still do come away with a round. They got the bomb down again, and every time you plant the bomb, it's going to help your economy. You can win the round, you know, by killing everybody, but this is an objective-based game, and planting the bomb means that you get so much more out of a round if you win it that way. And I think the bomb was rotating back to A because they almost sniffed out the stack, but because the kills were made, they decided to run it back.
All right, well, AZ will get one more. 3 rifles preserved and a lot of money going to be coming in for Conquest. Once again, a great start off to a map. They've clearly got the crowd support. So I'm sure that is helping them quite a bit. It may be getting to the heads of Dignitas.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But Dignitas with the chance here to silence the crowd if they can take this first rifle and start to turn it around early on.
Yeah, absolutely. Invested a lot in this round. Again, we see these 5-0s happen so often, and it's just a matter of the terrorists winning a round right after that quick 3-0. And here on Cash, I mean, you could say it's almost CT or almost T-sided sometimes. So, I mean, even though it might be easy for a terrorist to do it, you could see the exact same thing come right back and happen to them in the second half. So.
Well, the door will open, so they know that something is up at A at least. The smoke will go out from Nap, and now they're coming in. Forklift, the Molotov goes down. AZ will fall. He doesn't get a kill. Daps opening it up. Pip, though, 2 here from Quad. Has dropped the bomb, nearly finding a third through the smoke, but Rush get it in close. 3-on-3 right now. Bomb's still not down. And all the CTs have got here going in for the retake before the bomb's even planted. It's gone down. Kirby and A man of a quick kill as Rush kind of stuck on the bomb site right now in that default position. I think that's Shazam over at Quad, and that Molotov unfortunately going to be extinguished immediately by the smoke that was already down. Flash in, Rush will turn in a beautiful headshot onto Tensky. Now Kirby 1 versus 2, knows that player's there, gets tagged up, still wins that battle against Rush. He's going to go up top. Shazam, does he still have the op out? He does. Takes one more shot, will go down.
Wow.
He does have the time.
Actually does pull it off. That's enormous. And wow, right at the last second.
Yeah, that's a big round. Kirby getting a 3K.
You know, Pimp getting that 2K was cleanup for the fact that AZ went down for free. And even though they gave up the op for Kirby to have the awareness to feel that Rush would push around the site, I mean, that was almost a little bit risky considering how much time was remaining, but leaving Shazam in that 1v1 was, I think, where they fell apart. Dignitas now, though, have a round to their name. Conquest can still buy, but this is going to be a 2-for-1 round for both teams.
Yep.
Whoever wins this wins big.
So a lot of importance here on this round, and you can see 3 FAMAS for Dignitas. It's not going to be the best. They still got kits, and Shazam with the op, finding the very first frag just like that. And another one over the boost, bringing down AZ. That's got to hurt. Dignitas now in a 3 versus 5 with a minute and 20 seconds in the round, a little less than that now. MSL's got into the vent position, and Shazam has moved off to drop it into A main, and it looks like everyone is going that way. Kirby up on the catwalk. He is the only defender here on the A bomb site.
We see the counter boost at mid. It's not something that you need to hold, and you got to assume that a site will be taken at some point now. Kirby, lone man in here, looks for a frag.
TK from Naf. That's definitely going to help out Dignitas' effort as they're moving in. I think MSL just spotted the bomb at Fence, but he turns over. Daps to his right, gets the kill. Tensky knows that Daps is pinned in there, but still it's 1 versus 3. That's very difficult, and he's going to back away to try to save the FAMAS. I don't think Conquest actually finds the op. Nicely done, and will even turn around. Bomb just actually going down now, and the planter there is not going to leave the site. That was Shazam.
Yeah, this is phase 1 of your clutch. You know, the bomb just goes down. You're going to look for a mistake to be made. And wow!
Oh, what a
Shazam,
quick
after spotting over
there
the
by
boost,
Shazam.
right out the side and takes that shot immediately. On point, 3 kills in that round, right?
Yeah, started off strong, opening up with the first 2 over the boost there at middle, and closes it out with a nice one.
Yeah, and it looks like an actual force up here on the part of Dignitas. 4 players with armor, spending the majority of their money. I mean, they've got less than 1,000 apiece left over, and Conquest might not anticipate it. Yeah, it definitely is risky.
And let's see what Conquest will want to do. They're just waiting very patiently on any mid pushes.
Oh, failing the boost.
Yeah, so Kirby not going to be up on top of the boxes there in the A site. Playing very, very close to this tour.
Yeah, looks like a standard 2-3, where Dignitas are going to respond really quickly to rotates. I think Conquest knew this. They're going to treat it like an eco, and it is close to one. That because there's a minute remaining, there's no point in just running into something. Especially when the CTs are so thinned out, though.
Oh, yeah, so a little bit of mid control now for Conquest. They've gone out to the vents. They're going to be breaking through. MSL starting to push into B main, takes a flash. Actually, blind Shazam more. The Deagle comes out, damage to both, but there's no frag made. Tensky with the CZ gets one. Caught on the reload, though. Rush takes him out. Pip had no armor, misses the first shot. Can't fight the aim punch with the Deagle. And it's 4-on-2. Some of these guys low. AZ gets the one. Won't let Stanislaw into that bomb site. And Rush has no one helping him out here. He is on the reverse side of that single box, so AZ couldn't do much, but there it is. As soon as he sees him, he takes him out. Kirby with the CZ on the flank. It's Naf by himself now. Flashbang going in. Naf will turn. He's just waiting on
This is a B main plant, not even a checker plant.
Naf peeks out, gets the one, so it's into a one-on-one, but AZ will get it, and great Eagle work from him, moving in there with the 3K.
It's always a huge mistake to go and plant the bomb and have 2 meaty people on the site, because your best after plant spots are always outside the site. You know, that's the philosophy they were trying to run when they took the site. They got the bomb down, but the thing was, because no one was there to actually help them plant, there was no one there to trade that frag. That could have been an easy road to win. And Dignitas exploited that, walking right into the site, winning that on an eco or a semi-force. It was a huge risk for them, and it actually paid off.
That was a massive risk. If they didn't get that, that would have allowed Conquest to build their money and get quite a lead.
Yeah, I mean, actually, if Conquest didn't plant the bomb on that round, they probably would have thought about saving.
All right, so still enough to buy a little bit here. I mean, the AKs come out. Daps, of course, just going utility with the Tech 9, and a little bit there for Naf with the smoke and the Molotov. Dignitas at least have all their M4s here and most of their nades. And this looks just like a full-on A-take from Conquest. So how aggressive is Kirby going to get? He goes over to the toxic barrels beneath the boost. Looking at the wall to dodge the flashes. Wants to look into Squeaky. AZ and Pimp starting it off strong here. Stan going to try to answer back. There's Naf, so into the 3-on-3. Pimp holding an angle with this op, though. Nice shot from him. Brings down Naf. Sees that player across the quad. Stan getting one more, though. 2-on-2. Tensky now arriving at the white truck. So everybody on A right now. Stan with another shot. 3K for him. But the lineup from Tensky. It doesn't get prettier than that.
Oh, my goodness. Lined up perfectly. Headshots. Wow, just piercing bullets right through him. Grabs both those kills. That's insane. Dignitas, that was a 1v2 from them. They had a 1v1 on the previous round. Their first round that they won ended up in a 1v1. Conquest now on the back foot, have to actually save. And it seemed like, honestly, in the early part of that take, Dignitas had a really good hold. Pimp got a kill, and I think AZ got a kill as well. And then they just got traded out immediately, and you wonder how that happened. Well, it's in that situation that you need someone like Tensky to come out and make a hero play and trade. And, oh, the whole B site is actually taken. Tensky actually in a pretty bad spot, if not for MSL to come and get free.
Yeah, good thing he's got the A4 right there. He thought he would get pretty close, but he had those extra bullets. Ends up finding the 3 frags and, oh, actually 4 there.
Wow, it's huge.
4 kills to tie it up for 4.
Yeah, really supported his teammate in the site. That can be so hard if you let them actually get into the site, not watch checker, not watch that B main entrance to not get swarmed. And they did avoid that that hazard. So that was a really nice support by him. 4-4 now, all tied up. Buy on both sides, but Conquest at a disadvantage.
Yeah, there's a bit more lacking in the utility department. Dignitas has everything, everybody with kits right now, and AZ and MSL starting it off strong. MSL pushing up a middle. Nicely done by him. AZ supporting with the Tomas from further away.
Again,
He'll take over the vents right now.
Yeah, and again, both these teams fighting for their life in this tournament, actually coming down to the wire with this map.
MSL on the rooftops out here in the middle, hoping someone goes over that boost from the terrace, and it looks like he might get what he wants.
Daps setting up for a flash out mid. I wonder if that would even blind MSL in this position. Ooh, the offhand Molotov.
Oh man, but they distract him enough. He was so ready for someone to come over the boost, starts taking the battle at lower mid, and then Rush comes over. In the end, it may not matter. It was a bit of a nice team play, but it wasn't enough to bring that round back.
That was very nice. Solid defense. I mean, if Conquest want to take it too slow, they're at risk of dealing with great cost fires on the part of Dignitas. Their mid control seems strong, and the only time that Conquest have really been able to get into A was off the back of some insane trade frags, and also grabbing AZ for free, which is not something you're going to be able to do every round. It's funny, it's interesting, he's actually moving around quite a bit, right? We had AZ at the AZ's at middle, he's kind of following Conquest around and being a real thorn in their side.
And there was a quick pause. I'm not exactly sure. It's still pretty early on, so I'm thinking maybe it was just a quick tech issue. But we're already back into it, so here we go. Right out of freeze time. We got actually just one smoke, one flash, some upgraded pistols. Conquest will try to get the bomb down, and Dignitas just going to try to stay alive.
Yep. Small lead in the Twitter poll.
They get aggressive, though. Still working out for him, and then going 2 for 2. AK now on Stanislaw, who doesn't have head armor and has gone down, but did have armor and could have been a threat. Here's Daps with one more, getting the player out of highway, moving through MSL. Taking a while to bring him down, but does find the kill on Daps and a very quick shot onto Shazam. So honestly, with what Conquest put into the round, killing 3 people, that's pretty good. But Dignitas now have got the lead by 2 at 6-4.
Yeah, I mean, they would have wanted to get a plant, but they still got 3 kills. They made that round very expensive for Dignitas, and the nice shot out from Pimp to Daps, because that was a pretty crazy P250 through the smoke on a highway to neutralize Pimp. And now Conquest are at a slight disadvantage, lead-wise, economically.
A little more utility for Conquest to work with here on round 11, and Shazam does have that off. He's in A-main waiting for that push. I think someone might have gone over that smoke. Someone has pushed in. Look where Kirby is over here on the locker side. Looks like Rush is going to check it. Kirby is quicker, surviving with 19. Might not be able to get out of that position, and AZ about to come in with this counter boost. Has made noise, though. A
lot of noise. Sometimes you have to give that up, but no.
It won't matter. Finds Naf. Shazam now in a pretty tight spot. Turns, misses that shot. AZ with 2. Here's Daps with a pretty nice shot. That was a 2v5, now onto a 2v4. Stan making it now possible. 2v3 with Kirby, who is quite low. They've scooped up the bomb. They've got 50 seconds to go, and they're in the middle of the map.
Conquest working in default is almost never working out so far. Dignitas, if they are given enough time, manage to find a correct place to push, or just have the proper forward aggression on wherever the aggression may come from, either middle, out A, or even towards B. But at this point, it's 2v3. Kirby is very low, and AZ is the sole man on A. This is the correct site to go to. I mean, they're going to see this Molotov and know that someone's back site just from the trajectory.
Yeah, and AZ holding a slight off angle here at fence, and he's going to be a difficult target to take down. He's top frag on the server right now with that 13. That was his 13th frag there. Daps left in a 1-on-2. Now 1-on-1. Beautiful peon onto Pimp. Hits the headshot, and it's Kirby left in this with a kit, but 19 HP, and Daps only at 31, so it could just be a one-shot battle.
Does he take the risk? I mean, he's really low. He doesn't know that Kirby's very low. He might have had the call, but you're not sure.
Oh, they spotted each other. Daps doesn't take the shot. Kirby will get it.
Just closes off that angle really nicely, and Kirby, another round to his name. Comes up for the cleanup kills and has been so impactful so far. He's up to 11 kills so far. AZ kind of getting a lot of those mid-round frags, and Kirby getting a lot of the late-round, end-round frags, clutch kills.
Yeah, we've seen Kirby have some really good maps here at this tournament, and this is looking to be another one. He's got 11 frags behind AZ with the 13. They're a bit above the rest of the teammates. Nancy's got 3, but of course 2 of those were 6 shots on A on a pretty important round when he lined them up. And then Stanislaw also going really, really strong here with 12 kills.
Oh, I think Shazam actually tagged Pensky through the box. A little bit of damage done, and another aggressive push. Will it be successful? It looks like it might. Yeah, Daps actually goes down. That's huge. Dignitas always finding a way.
And Pimp gets the op shot onto Stan, who was just trying to be the solo man out in the B warehouse area. Doesn't pan out, and now Conquest left with the 3 versus 5 bomb and everyone over towards A.
With this much talent, you don't want to have to resort to executes right out the gate. You want to go for mid control whenever possible, and it's just that Dignitas are winning that battle. I mean, even when...
Oh,
Whoa,
Shazam! He was kind of aiming there initially. He had the idea that the boost might come out, drops his aim, but then hits the flick. That was beautiful. So 3 on 4. Some of the players are low. Tensky over the barrels, good for 1 frag. AZ and Slate on the default, and he will go down. So 2 on 2 right now. Incendiary coming in. That'll be enough to actually kill. Rush somehow still alive, drawn out into the open, but no one there at the angle. So even some time off the clock, that's allowed AZ to go. And oh my gosh, another near lineup here on the A site. It's Shazam with that op. 20 seconds on the clock right now. Flash goes out, not very blind by it.
Just caught a glance there. 17 seconds. It will be forced to plant. Wants to get a kill, but almost won't have the opportunity to do it.
And no one biting on that, so now he's going to have to plant behind this wooden box here. It looks like Pimp has got the idea. Even taking a shot through it. Another player going up top, trying for another flick there, but it's not going to happen. MSL getting aggressive out the middle, finding the first kill, coming back to A. Another 2 for him.
Yeah, super well played in these 2v1, in that 2v1 specifically. And actually the 2v2 where MSL got the first kill on the flank. It seems like Dignitas are opening up rounds really, really well. They're getting an aggressive push that almost always gets an opening frag. Conquest bring it back quite often on their full executes when they're able to get into A, for example, and find 2 or 3 trade frags for the price of 1, and that's the only reason that they're still in this game. But ultimately, when it comes down to the 1v1s, the 1v2s, Dignitas are edging them out. And this is the 3rd map. I mean, we can talk about how many times Conquest were able to do it on Train, but it doesn't matter anymore. They lost that map, and they have to bring that fire back to this 3rd map.
Yeah, and looking at something which may not really be great news for Conquest. They got the pistol. They've been very good on the pistol rounds and have converted those anti-ecos. But you look at this, they've got 1 rifle round to their name.
Mm-hmm.
That was their 4th round, and it's, at this point, 7 in a row for Dignitas.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, a lot of them have been close, but, that's denoted by how much economy they have remaining. And that was, a round where they actually managed to keep 2 alive, which is quite surprising. The last time they were able to keep 5 alive was on round 8, so now so Conquest.
Can Conquest do this by taking these defaults, spreading out, trying to get a kill, work into the executes, or do they just need to be ruthless and quick and try to hit these shots and open it up like they did on Cobble and more or less they did on Train?
If Dignitas are relying on trying to take aggressive mid control or pushing somewhere, then Dignitas can split up into a default, but they just have to guarantee that frag, because if it's expected, you can't get away with it. And if you can push Dignitas into a passive setup, Conquest almost always trade out and the full executes really well. So
Tensky's in some trouble. MSL's found to kill elsewhere. Tensky lining them up again. I thought for sure they knew he was there, but no. The power of that silence weapon finds another lineup. Stan moving through his smoke. Just missing that player. Spots him now. And does not actually get the kill. Lights him up, turns. There's MSL for his 2nd of the round.
Damages though.
And it's Shazam all by himself in a 1 versus 5.
He's done it before.
He did, yeah. He's got 1 this tournament.
Yeah, on that round, it was just a poor execute. They went for mid control. They flashed themselves through the smoke. 1 person went out early. I think it was Rush. Saw the eyes of a blind player. Someone traded him out from vents, but there was no one behind him for him to relay that communication to, because they trickled out late. And by that time, Kirby wasn't blind anymore, and he got the double spray down. I mean, it looked like a nice spray down, but Conquest really did that to themselves, I feel like. And it's a recurring
Oh my
theme.
gosh, is it happening? Shazam, he's got 2. The time is getting lower and lower, down to 30 seconds. Oh, and it's just the nade. How anticlimactic is that? Shazam about to take a peek, and nope, nade.
That's a huge nade. And again, even though Dignitas are edging out these rounds 1 at a time, they're doing it in succession. So even if you keep 1 or 2 players alive, that economy slowly builds up for you, even though you're forcing rebuys. And Conquest are the ones that are struggling to strap together a decent economy so they can put together a full round. But it's honestly Dignitas outplaying them in the early to mid round and even the late round, or the early round and the late round more specifically, where they're able to open up rounds and are able to close them out. The only shining light is the mid round when Conquest survive long enough for them to take a site.
Oh, Pimp going to go for the incendiary, going to force Conquest to congregate and run through it. Now still finds one. Pimp now shooting. Oh, pulling out the pistol to 5-7. 20 bullets of pain. Finds 2 kills with it. Shazam in 1 versus 2 on 37 HP. Doesn't have the bomb. He'd have to get back into the A site for that, and also doesn't know where these players are. Here's that nade, so he might suspect one from Truck. He knows they're both there now, but it's too late. He's dead, and Dignitas already into the double digits. It's 10-4.
Into the double digits, and if you just look at that scoreline, you would think Dignitas is dominating. Honestly, it looks like they are honestly in full control of the rounds, even though they come really close, and so it's a little bit of an illusion both ways. But Conquest, if they bring this to they get this 5th round, they're still almost relying on the pistol because of how even the map can be, maybe even T-sided at times. So Conquest not going to be feeling good so far, and don't have the best buy. Need to really, really think about how they're approaching cash here, because Dignitas are able to push when they want to, and they're also able to defend against smoke executes.
Pimp, you can see he's got his op trained on the boost. Shazamopolis here. Will he go over with an AK? I assume he'll be waiting there for Conquest to create some noise elsewhere, draw some attention away. But as of right now, looks like it could just be an execute onto middle for some mid-round mid-control. Or a split over to B, as now some more going out into the B warehouse.
And he's officially made noise. Shazam is definitely getting that info right now. Mid is fairly cleaned out, but that just means sights are... And the peek from Pimp.
So AZ should know about this. He saw that smoke come out. Naf finds MSL. AZ turns around to bring down Shazam 4-on-4 right now. Tensky getting pushed around by some Molotovs inside the B site. Checker has been taken over by the terrorist right now, but Pimp upstairs shoots down onto Naf. Into the headshot left. That was Stanislaw, who worked his way in, gets one in the site, turns around quickly, finds AZ, and a third onto Pimp. It's Kirby coming through defense, 1 versus 3. The bomb will go down. This is going to be such a massive round for Conquest. Boost their confidence going into that second half, unless Kirby just shatters their dreams by clutching this. He does have a kit.
Yeah, to give up a 1v3 in this situation would be a travesty, and all they really have to do is play the bomb in this situation. I don't know if it's possible to spot from upper. It looks like a default plant, which typically you don't want to do, but Stanislaw, 4K, huge
big
round.
4K.
Yeah, big 4K. I mean, he covered his teammates in every situation. You thought someone was going to get pushed and died. Stanislaw would shoot him in the back of the head, and now we've got, I believe for the Canadians.
Nice. Been doing a lot of that for that team, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Pour some syrup out for my fellow comrades. Yeah, Conquest, five rounds. Dignitas are gonna be happy about that. I mean, bottom line is, all is said and done. There's no more rollover economy. It's just Dignitas 10 rounds and a half. They will have to look forward to the pistol, and it's going to be really tough if they don't. Look how consistent Stanislaw has been throughout the series, though. Just
he's been insane.
Yeah.
And we can see MSL actually topping the charts for a team in Dignitas. Very, very close kill distribution. 13, 13, 14, and 12 for MSL, Kirby, AZ, and Pimp. That's crazy. You're looking at the ADR, only 2 people over 100. It's MSL. We'll give them 111, and Stanislaw at 102.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely say the same for both teams. All the maps have been so close that it has warranted this many frags, and everyone's aim's just been on point. MSL, AZ, just 2 players to watch, and on Conquest, it's just like, I don't even know who outshines another, but Stanislaw obviously just, I think he's averaged like 180 AR across all maps.
Yeah, and you saw, I mean, it could have been a bit different of a scoreline. There was, 9 rounds in a row for Dignitas, but there were a lot of 1vx's in there, and Dignitas won every single one of them. That could have easily changed that score somewhat dramatically, have that butterfly effect on the CT economy. But of course it didn't.
Of course it didn't.
Still 10-5.
And that's just the bottom line, 10-5. Now we're going to move into the pistol. So important for Conquest to do. They have been really great on the pistols. Last map they split them, but in total they've won 4 pistols, including the first of this half. So that's an insane stat to think about. And just coming out of freeze time, Conquest have never needed one more.
Yeah, I mean, 5 of 6 on the pistols. If they're to get it here is a pretty insane stat. And then also usually getting the pistol in Anti-Ecos after the fact give you a pretty good chance to win the map, but trying to make the comeback here. Stan starts off with a headshot. Daps following it up from headshot ledge. Can he get another? Gets gooshed. This player just keeps on creeping in. That was MSL, but there's Nap with another. MSL all alone right now with that Tech 9. No armor and just 27 HP. Gonna go in for the plant. Get that extra money at least. Save in the next one. Get your rifles out. Have a better buy in the third round of the second half.
Have a better buy. That sounds so wholesome.
It's like a catchphrase
for
a supermarket or something.
And there it is. Conquest do seal up that pistol. 10-6. Dignitas got what they wanted out of that round, I think, though. Even though they have a strong lead, they wanted the pistol round. They want the round on the board, obviously, just to secure the win. They got a plant, which means they have the option to just full save here and buy next. And it won't be a surprise for Conquest if they do. It also, the other benefit of planning on the pistol round is that when you're a CT in this situation, you have to decide how much money you want to invest in heavier equipment, because are you going to go up against Glocks this round and then a full buy next round? And in which case, how many SMGs do you want, or how many SMGs do you expect to lose? And it looks like Conquest are just fully expecting a save up here, and it looks like they want to farm their economy.
Yeah, but even still, it can be nice for a team in Conquest's position to just go for the rifles and be very careful not to lose anybody. Play those far away spots and hit your shots. That way you have rifles going into the third round. Here, you've gone for 4 cheaper weapons, just the M4A4 on Rush. Already Rush has got one. Shazam with the headshot onto Pimp, so taking him out right away.
And that molly.
And the bomb, if it gets planted again, it hasn't spread over to Kirby in the default position. It's going to be easy cleanup, but that is so much money coming into this third round for Dignitas. They actually have the advantage going into the first rifle.
Yep. You know, a lot of those kills did come from SMGs. That's a good sign for Conquest, but Dignitas answering back with that bomb plant, not having to invest any armor into it, getting that entry on the site. Very fortunate to do so, and now we'll have quite a bit of money here. Looks like full nades.
So Shazam is gone from the scout, bought an M4. And he's upgraded.
And are we hanging on to the MP9s in light of this full buy?
I was okay with keeping the UMP.
I think that Conquest are looking to hopefully win this round, but if not, be able to buy next anyway and do.
Well, I mean, Shazam can barely sustain that, can't sustain that, but maybe it doesn't matter. The first kill of the round is coming out. It's actually Naf with the MP9 takes out Kirby. What?
From that range? Oh, that's unreal. He should probably dispose of his names pretty quickly. At this point, they've got so much utility now. They've got 5v4. They can actually just lay back at this point. Opting to give up the site though. What's really weak at this moment is potentially B, because if they do wall smoke or even just get checkered by walking into it, 2 players on the site is really hard to defend. Again, the best afterplant spots are off the site, just like the best defending spots for CTs are also off the site.
And if Dignitas are successful on the take, which they may be, the nade takes down Nap. They got AZ still lurking out in middle over the boost, but here comes Sam with that UMP. Sprays down one pretty far, flicks over to get a kill. Daps with the MP9 connects. Rush now onto AZ, so it's MSL.
Wow.
1 versus 3, and he will fall. Conquest, I mean, having to make this comeback, still being confident enough to stay on MP9s and a UMP into the first rifle and win it.
And even on that round, all those MP9 kills, $900 a piece.
Yeah.
That's
600.
Or 600, excuse me. I'm dyslexic. Yeah, now they get to rebuy, have money left over, have a round on the board, go up against an eco, farm even more. Maybe a sound decision.
Yeah, and now they've actually, I guess they just preserved all the rifles. I mean, the really nice thing if you win with those MP9s and keep them up is you just keep them again against the full-on pistols, farm even more money, but they've got into all the rifles. Nade takes out Pimp, and Dignitas, they've caused a little bit of damage to Shazam, and that is it thus far. Tensky's opened the door, so his presence onto this A site is very announced. And, well, these 2 players, not that it matters too much, but they couldn't be further apart. One in Sunroom, I think, and one over at Squeaky Door.
I'm not sure if he's just trying to trigger them, or... but the bomb is...
I think it's trying to waste all of their ammunition. There's the kill. Takes down Nav. You can't account for crazy plays, and that was one of them, but it won't matter too much. 1 player falls.
Hey, it's, you know, it's 4K, you know, even though it's only 1K, it's 4K, it's 4 total. It's a lot of rounds left to play out. Now, Conquest have the opportunity to even up here, and if they do that quick 5-0, Dignitas will have to make a decision whether or not they want to force up. They will have, let's say, the 3,400 and in total just about 4K. Well, they have the option to get like an AK and 1 nade, but not close at all to the buy that they have right now.
Yeah, this is a big round for Dignitas. A lot on this. This will mark the tie. Wow, that was nearly a 2 for. It was. He actually got Tensky to 15 HP. There's MSL taking down Shazam, and Stan is on. Napfly coming back, evens it up to the 3-on-3. Does take some damage. Daps at the truck, and another member of Conquest. That's going to be rushed down by the sandbags in middle. He's going to make his approach up highway now, along with Naf. Molotov going down, and Dignitas buying a lot of time here on the after plant. Gonna be a tough retake right now for Conquest. AZ connects on to Daps. Rush now moving forward. Does spot AZ, but he can't convert the kill. AZ just gonna do it all himself here. He's got his teammates hiding, and he does. That's exactly what he does. He gets the 3K.
Wow, insane. Just in that mid round, just hitting so much. And the B-hops top it off. Dignitas just reaffirm their lead, get an extra round on the board, and Conquest do have enough money to buy it, but now are farther away from their chances of earning themselves an eco, which is the key to winning rounds on either side, is breaking the economy of the other team. Now Shazam is going to pick up an op in spite of this, or in light of this, excuse me, and it may be the appropriate adjustment. We've seen him hit shots.
So Stan getting aggressive, playing very close to the smoke in an effort to dodge the flash. That's so often comes through. Nades up top. That's going to connect on Pimp. He'll push over anyways. AZ gets rushed, but it's Naf and Stan finding some frags. AZ with a double. Ooh. Now a triple. Got 3 kills to close out the last round. Starts this one off with 3, and there's room for more. It's Shazam and Daps up 1 and B. We can see through the wall there, and Shazam just at quad over here on A.
Oh, if they win this match, AZ is absolutely going to be the man of it. I mean,
he's got 21 kills
21
right now,
kills.
And 21 rounds.
And just
this is the 21st.
And just so many like critical kills where like trades should have been made, but he one-bulleted them. And now Shazam is going to be left on the site versus 3 players on basically a spit. And there's info on where exactly he is, because we have Tensky in Squeaky listening to him scope.
Yeah, despite hearing that scope, they decide to swing it over to A anyways. And Shazam starting to hit those shots. Woo! Wow, somehow connecting onto AZ. Now a brief one-on-one as the rotation is coming over from Daps, and now a true one-on-one. Daps has a kit, nothing else to work with. Bomb hasn't gone down yet, so Daps not going to get too crazy. Still suspecting that Kirby might be hunting for kills, and he wouldn't be wrong.
No, he wouldn't be. And it's always good to use your time wisely. And now the bomb is going to go on default. No one's watching him cross. He's actually pushing up for the frag. And Daps actually comes away with it.
There it is. Finds himself an AK for his troubles. I guess he's hunting for the off of Shazam. Finds it, nicely done. Gets the defuse.
Critical 1v1.
Critical 2K from Shazam, right? If he doesn't get that second kill, they lose the round. And that second shot just to like the shoulder, maybe even the arm of that player.
Yeah, that was a frag that you wouldn't be mad if you missed. You know, that you wouldn't really be like, wow, you know, I can't believe you missed that. That was a tough one, and he did help out Daps in a huge way by getting that frag. So now Conquest are still down. I mean, they still have a lot to show, and this half is not over. In total, they've won the majority of the CT rounds, however. This has definitely been a CT-sided affair. 5 rounds going the way of Conquest, 1 round going the way of Dignitas.
Only 2 rifles going the way of the terrorists so far in this match, and there's the total damage dealt.
That was Rush listening. Is he waiting for a flash? His teammate looking to set that up, and this is what you want to do. I mean, if you expect an execute, you want to shut it down early, but the thing is, it is a force-up.
Yeah, here it comes. Rush going to try to get back into the safety of the site. Drops an incendiary in a great spot. Daps connecting with that nade. Shazam, another nice shot. You come to expect it here when he plays quad. Pulled out the 5-7. Can't get it done. It comes down to the 2 versus 2 after all the frags come out. The rotation being made. Daps is already there on highway. It's Stan that has to make his way over, going through A main. Is that being watched? Pimp's actually at forklift, so no one's in A main, and Kirby hasn't quite got the bomb down yet. I think Pimp, yeah, there he goes. He is aware that they're exposed.
Yeah, Pimp can try and watch this. I mean, Stan is going to make sure no one crosses Claude, but we'll have to be aware of this angle, and wow.
Stan doesn't even take damage from that. Adapts. They both win their 1v1s. That's how you retake a site. It's tied up 11-11.
Cleared that with precision and patience. Yeah, beautiful retake from Conquest, and now it's all tied up. And it's, you know, looking like Conquest have a definite advantage. I mean, they're moving. That was a 2-for-1 round. They're going to take a lead for, I guess, not the first time. I mean, they did actually win both pistols, so ultimately had a lead early on, but lost it relatively quickly.
Yeah, I guess they lost it going into round 9, if my quick math is correct, and now they'll find it again. Most likely here on round 23, Dignitas, maybe with these pistols. You got 2 Deagle armors on Kirby and AZ, so anything can happen there. And Shazam actually misses that shot at middle. Beats-Down finds it again. AZ, that's 1 Deagle threat down. Well, they'll preserve the Deagle. It's Tensky that picks it up, and is this just going to be a dangerous game of whack-a-mole out here in middle? So far, I guess that's Shazam with the mallet.
Could be a risk, but when all is said and done, it's 2 kills on the board. And Conquest's chances of getting a kill now, because they have so little players,
is much lower. Actually on the site. I don't know if they expected 2. And not quite converting it, but now Shazam has made his rotation over. He's in the upper part of B. Kirby very close to the 1 dig, and very close again, but no cigars. Stanislaus there. Conquest with the lead, 12-11. What does Dignitas have to work with? All right, decent rifle coming from them. Yeah,
decent rifle. I mean, they only took 1 player down, Conquest. However, save 4, and I think you know, this is a glass is half full moment for them. I guess, yeah, just a really good spot to be in. Now, going up against this rifle round, will it continually be a 2-for-1? I'm not so sure. We'll see, because if Dignitas want to off, for example, they might have to, but they could always have the
getting hyper aggressive. Finds a kill into AZ. Kirby was there. He gets the trade, took some damage for it too. He's down to about half HP. Rush with the boost nicely.
Shazam actually got offed through that wall.
Wow, he's down to 3 HP right now. And I've been wanting to point out that Pimp is on the glass cannon off himself. And that's Tensky out there in middle.
Any little bit of spam would absolutely destroy him, but Rush is in a great spot. They haven't played here yet. I mean, it's up to them to check it. There's almost no reason not to, with a couple of smokes on the side to cut off the other angles. I mean, you should come flying out, clearing this angle, but if not, and look, they are.
Sometimes at CEVO lands it doesn't happen though.
Yes. Shroud reference.
Yes. That's the Shroud spot. Name for it, Rush. Well, they end up checking it. Flashes go in, Molotovs as well.
Rotates as well.
Trying to make Dignitas forget about checking this. Hey, there's people on the site. There's at least 2 of us. Those nades came in. Ain't nobody on that box. And all right, maybe Rush won't even be needed. Shazam hitting the shots. There is Pimp, though, winning that sniper battle, taking him off of quad. Kirby coming up highway. It goes unchecked. Bomb down. Rush drops it. Has a player pretty close to him already. Wants to get that incendiary. I don't think that's quite where he needed that to go. Trying to land it underneath, but it goes on top of the catwalk. So Daps coming over in a 1 versus 2. And Daps actually, I mean, not really the performer on this team in this series or on the tournament, but he's had a lot of clutches coming into this A site on Cash.
Yeah, you know, this Molotov could be crucially important. He might look to PK main off of the way he's clearing these angles, and Quad to take the first fight, and there he sees the A main.
Well, I would say he's felt that nade. He'll throw that Molotov, try to take the A main battle. No, goes straight to the site, brings down Tensky.
Oh, it's not planted properly. Oh, will he have time?
I think he may. No, well, it won't matter. Kirby hits the shot. 3K for him, coming up huge.
Yeah.
Keep it at 12-12.
You know, it was a interesting decision to run away at that time, but I mean, he did have time to wait out the Molotov, but because the Molotov was thrown, there was enough time to get another position to come and defend the bomb with your rifle, and so that's what Dignitas had going for them, and they win a very, very crucial round, and it's tied up once again. I mean, could you expect anything less from these 2 teams?
I'm sure a lot of people might have been after we saw that first half. So many dominant rounds in a row for Dignitas, but it's turned right back around. And maybe even see a full 30 again. Dignitas should take that lead. Just upgraded pistols here. Armor on Stanislaus and Rush. Well, player in the vents. That will be Daps. Catching MSL off guard. Gets a kill with the CZ. Gun not in a place where he can retrieve it. And let's see what Daps. If he stays in the vents, might try to drop down. Just him peeking out middle one more time, looking for a 1 dig. He gets shot down to 5 HP, so I don't think he'll be doing that anymore.
You know, Daps has a powerful position. It's 5v4. This is huge on an eco round. I mean, and on top of that, having the information, knowing that mid is safe. Naf has a pretty aggressive angle on A main, knowing that nobody has crossed the left side, but the group up is imminent, and I wonder if we're going to see any kind of rotate out for Conquest. Oh.
Two smokes and a Molotov here for Dignitas. If they want to use it for the take, and they will. The Molotov goes out. I don't think Rush has been spotted yet at Forklift. They're just working on taking Naf down from the fence squad position, which they've done now. Pimp ops him. But with the CZ, Kirby gets taken down by Rush. Shazam connects with that Deagle on just 5 HP, so he's still alive and in this round. Tensky goes down. Now it's just AZ. This is a very winnable 1 versus 4. He starts it off with a headshot on the Daps, working on the player now behind the forklift. He's got to go out into open water to recover the bomb. And he's pitched on all sides. Shazam takes it down, gets 2 kills on 5 HP, and Conquest winning a round like that at a point in the match that's so critical.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at the economy of Dignitas, absolutely destroyed. Knowing that they're not going to have a good enough buy next round because they just lost that. So, I mean, that was, man, that's a 3-for, and Conquest have won when they were going to buy the next round anyway. So, is that match point? It could potentially be Dignitas. I think Conquest might have an idea.
It could put Dignitas in a situation where they might decide
they might fully anticipate
to save for tie instead of buy to win. It hasn't made it easy on them, that's for sure. And Conquest in a position with just that 1 win off the pistols where they can actually still sustain a pretty healthy round, even if they lose here and Dignitas tie it up with their very forceful push, running through these mall. There's so much fire. Do you even need a bomb for this bomb site?
And they really want to plant here, and they do have one good for A main. 5v5.
Bomb goes down. Rush actually taking a lot of damage to the smoke. Seems to have got a good read on where that damage came from. Immediately brings down Tensky. Daps out in middle. He's spotted Pimp. Shazam hitting op shots elsewhere in the A site. Rush moving forward. There's Kirby from behind a quad. Time getting pretty low with those Molotovs again being used. Someone's going to have to get on that. MSL in a great position. It goes down to...
And they have it.
Do they? It's going to be real tight.
That is right down to the wire. Last
Green
second, and there it is. Wow, they do seal it up. Conquest win the round, 14-12. And what a valiant effort from Dignitas. But now they have to make a decision. Are they going to save for the tie? Got about 3K apiece.
Armor on Kirby.
And just a half buy. They realized they almost won that round right there. They could probably do it with just a little bit of utility. And they will be playing for the tie here. Conquest looking to take match point.
That they are. Shazam with the op. Some more sand dune hype. Oh, Stan. Oh, so often you see that sprayed out through the smoke, and this time it lands a kill onto MSL. Again, they weren't expecting too much on this round since they've just got some pistols. They're really hoping they can put the next 3 together. Daps with 1. Stan helping out on both of those kills. Tensky with the Tech 9. Can't find it. Daps. Is that a 3K for Daps? And 1 assist on that round, so nice damage. That's 15. That's match point. Dignitas coming in with the rifle round. We'll have to get 3 in a row to take it into OT, which would also be the 3rd OT of this series.
This could be it. Pimp, op, no armor, T-side. We've seen him have trouble with this. I mean, on T-side, he's almost never had impact in any of the series that we watched. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat that. He has struggled and is opting to do it. So, was hitting shots on the CT side. Can he transfer that into some kind of opening for themselves? And looking to counter boost. Oh, but sitting in a Molotov.
Some damage at this fire. Both of these guys blinded shooting, but the Silence M4 is not giving away the position. Naf now with the M4A4, waiting for the man over the boost. That's Pimp, goes down to Naf. Naf with 2. MSL is going to get him trapped and spray him down. No, Naf fighting back, finds a 3rd. 3-on-2, just Tensky and Kirby up for Dignitas. Tournament life on the line here in this round. Kirby finds the frag onto Naf line. 2-on-2, everybody's healthy. And these CTs, Shazam and Daps, couldn't be further apart. So a lot put on Daps' shoulders right now on this B site.
He has a huge positional advantage from here. He is going to have to kill 2 people, which is the thing that's working against him.
There are some flashes and smokes, though, on Tensky and Kirby, so they can use that utility, or they just walk in quiet. That seems like it will be more powerful, because their advantage right now is these CTs have no idea where they are. Now the smoke goes. Daps can make the call. Here they are. Doesn't get any frag, so it's going to come down to Shazam. 1 versus 2. Checking out the money real quick. He can actually afford to go for this.
Yeah, he almost absolutely should. He's going to pick up the rifle. Much easier to clutch with the rifle than an op. Oh, spots one going to CT. That's a big information.
Throws in that nade. Working Tensky a little bit. 1 player sitting on the site. Shazam checking out.
What a good angle from
CT,
Tensky.
and yeah, Tensky just standing there, hits the shot. Nicely done. 13 rounds for Dignitas. They're 2 away from an OT. And as I was mentioning a little bit with Shazam saying he could go for it, they've got money to buy here in round 29.
What a nice angle, though. I mean, he spotted the man going to CT. Tensky, though, taking an off angle. Shazam just assumed he was up on the box because he wasn't beside it. And, you know, he was in a position that couldn't be cleared. I mean, just a really nice play from him. And really come down to this round here. Yeah,
if Conquest drops this one, they will be broke, and it should be an easy ride to OT for Dignitas. And of course, if Conquest win, they've eliminated Dignitas from the tournament, and NA will move on to the semifinals.
Canada.
Still in NA. I don't know if they teach that in Canada or not, but they're just gearing up for the explosion onto the A-bomb site. It's napping quad this time. Rush with a nice flash out. Catches 1, 2. Almost. Just the one, but almost 3 frags. There's so much damage. Now it's up to Naf behind quad. Look how low these players are. They're so blind. Great communication and flashes between Conquest, shutting down this A-take from Dignitas, and they've done it. Conquest into the semifinals. 16-13 here on Cashin. What a performance from these guys.
What a match.
Playing so well together.
What a fantastic 3 maps to watch to end the night.
And the crowd is going
crazy, obviously. Fantastic. I have to believe that they did give them energy to win that match.
There had to have been a lot of energy given. A little bit more effective than the one that always gets spammed in the chats.
Yeah. Such nice patience from Quad there, from Naf, to wait for the flash after he got that first kill, do so much damage. Rush as well, playing with discipline. And yeah, the handshakes are coming out. It's got to be a tough loss for Dignitas. And
it does really have to be.
For Stan and his crew, and yeah, just playing so extremely well.
Yeah, Shazam, who's a player often, you know, a lot of criticism, but here he's been nuts. He's got that 1v5 under Notched onto his belt in this tournament, and here he's got 28 kills. He was a big performer on all 3 maps of this series. Stan is off playing so many different roles, dynamic player, IGL as well, and he's also just went off on all of these maps. He got 26 on this one, Shazam with the 28, and even Daps, who, you know, did not have the best KD in this tournament, but had a lot of clutches on that A site, and actually went 21 and 19 in this map. So a very good performance when they needed it the most. Pretty much the entire team shows up here on Cash.
Yeah, every bit of sweat went into every single round, and all of the clutch rounds. You can't value one over the other when it comes down to it, because that was such an economic war, just back and forth from both teams.
Yeah, and obviously it was almost decided on Train, so AZ is the player to talk about for Dignitas, dropping 42 kills, maybe even more than that at the end of Train. So I'm sure the desk will talk about that a little bit more. That's it from myself, Helium, and Launders for the day. We'll see you tomorrow, but we're going down to Scoots, Thorn, and Richard. Guys, take it away.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Good job up there. Again, Conquest pulls it out. That last map was just kind of nutty.
The thing is, it's... Sorry, go on.
I mean, look at the first half. You felt, okay, like I said, Dignitas will come out, get on them early, get the big lead. All the momentum's gone from that. All the hero plays of the seg map don't matter. But they came back with it again. So there's 3 maps in a row now. They're scrapping. They're getting back in the game. Obviously, very respectable performance. Shazam again with a really nice set of kills. I mean, AZ did his best, but again, he was kind of left on an island.
I think they won.
He is left on the island.
I think Conquest won 5 out of 6 pistols too.
Yeah, I mean,
certainly.
Obviously, that's going to give you a platform to succeed. But let's be clear, okay? That map there on Cash, that wasn't a polished performance from either team. It was late. These guys have had some real attritional games. They were just sort of going at it back and forth, back and forth. There wasn't really any good executes, any good tactics. And then at the end, Conquest, actually, when they started getting back into the game, it was them that was showing the composure. It was those guys that were winning the clutch rounds. And then right at the end there, just when you were like, we can't have another OT, they win it with an absolutely amazing flashbang. That just rinsed Dignitas as they came out of main and in that forklift area. So just really good performance by Conquest in terms of the individual stuff. Only person who I had any sort of question marks over the course of the series was Daps. That everyone else did really, really well. Even some like Stanislaw was above expectations. But again, the person that you've got to feel sorry for is AZ. Seriously, we need like just to have a moment's silence, really, because like this guy is like dropping serious numbers every time for Dignitas, and the rest of his teammates just seem to conspire to do just too little to get them over the finish line. So he's in a real hard place right now. I feel genuinely sorry for him. He doesn't deserve to be on the losing team.
But you got to say, I mean, we've been talking about Team Liquid still looking for that series win over a decent European team. All these teams, CLG don't tend to win series; they win single maps. Conquest actually just beat Dignitas in a best-of-3 here.
Conquest #1 in NA, baby.
Yeah, Conquest #1.
Legit,
yeah.
Right? And remember, these are the rejects from Team Liquid, from Denial, from these other teams. Cloud9, obviously, Shazam was kicked out there. Basically, they had nowhere else to go. And they've got this team together, and now they won a best-of-3 over Dignitas.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Luminosity's gone. I mean, they are the last, and they are
They're in the
truly a North American
semifinals now,
hope,
mate.
right?
Yeah.
Semifinals again. So tomorrow, we start off with Virtus Pro taking on Titan, and then obviously Conquest going to take out Mouse Sports.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how Conquest do against Mouse Sports, who've been really polished so far this tournament. So I think it's some great games. I mean, like I say, it's just been a bunch of upsets, like just crazy stuff back and forward. I don't think we would have picked, these teams
just
going
like
into
last
semis.
week. I mean, Counter-Strike is
it's in a strange
getting
place
crazy
right now.
Yeah.
And just on that point, actually, I just want to say, because there was a lot of people on social media and Reddit and whatnot, and they were sort of having a go at the crowd here. I can't believe anyone would do that, like, because I thought the crowd were great. Like, if you're here and you paid to be here and you've got a ticket and you're going to stay until like 1 a.m. or whatever it is to cheer on your team, we need more people like that in esports, not people bitching about it on Twitter. So shut your goddamn mouth.
There you go. You know, that's a good thing to end on. That's your final thought. Final thought for you?
I mean, hey, maybe tomorrow if they come with this sort of form, maybe they could beat Mouse Sports. That'd be pretty interesting, right, Scott? If they were in the final of an international tournament.
Could you imagine?
Probably not.
NA,
We can dream. We can but dream, Scott.
Virtus Pro Conquest. You're calling it. Grand final. All right, that's going to do it for us, folks. It has been a very long day. Sorry, we got a little punchy here at the end.
Don't believe in shit.
These guys are still here. They're still cheering their team on. So again, we'll be back tomorrow about 9:45 our time. Again, first match, Virtus Pro taking on Titan. See you tomorrow.